In our society, happiness is often considered one of the defining factors of a successful life. More so than a booming career or beautiful house in a nice neighborhood, most people, especially in Western culture, value happiness above anything else. The self-help industry was practically built on this belief. There are hundreds if not thousands of books all claiming to teach the secret of happiness. People will pay thousands of dollars in the hopes of finding happiness. And yet, for all the value that we place on happiness, there are many people, indeed entire cultures, that feel very differently towards the idea. Cherophobia is the technical term for an aversion to happiness. It means the fear of gaiety, joyfulness, or rejoicing. This is different than depression or anxiety or any other mental state that comes from a lack of happiness. Cherophobia refers to an active avoidance of happiness. Before we dive deep into our topic, we need your support by liking this video, subscribing to our channel, and please click the bell icon to receive new video updates. Now let's see, what are the causes of cherophobia? Sometimes the cherophobia may be due to the belief that if something very good happens to a person, or if their life is going too well, it's also meant for something bad to happen next. As a result, they may fear activities related to happiness because they believe that they can prevent something bad from happening. This is usually the case when someone has experienced a traumatic physical or emotional event in the past. An introvert may also be likely to experience this phobia, preferring activities alone or at most with two people at a time. They may feel intimidated or uncomfortable in group settings, noisy places, and crowded spaces. Perfectionists can also be associated with cherophobia. Those who are perfectionists may feel that happiness is a trait for lazy or unproductive people. As a result, they avoid all the activity associated with happiness. What are the treatments for cherophobia? Because cherophobia has not been extensively detailed or studied as a separate disorder, there are no FDA-approved medications or other definite treatments to treat the condition. However, here are some suggested treatments recommended by therapists. 1. Exposure therapy. It includes placing yourself into progressively unpleasant situations, including your specific fear, and beating your apprehension with new learning. 2. Talk therapy or psychotherapy. Psychotherapy is the next best way to treat cherophobia. On the off chance that self-improvement systems have not worked, converse with your general physician. You may require proficient assistance from a specialist who has practical experience in emotional well-being conditions, or other therapist. 3. Cognitive behavioral therapy. For a few people, cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT is a good option for treatment of cherophobia or fear of happiness. This includes activities to adjust the unseemly patterns of thinking you have created and the conduct that stems from them. 4. Medicines for treating cherophobia. Any specialist can recommend a range of meds and drug alternatives for cherophobia or fear of happiness. Different medicines are used to treat phobias like cherophobia, including customary anti-anxiety drugs such as benzodiazepines, and more up-to-date alternatives like antidepressants and beta blockers. 5. Behavioral therapy. Behavioral treatment includes several face-to-face sessions with a trained therapist who knows how to treat cherophobia. The guideline for this methodology involves exposure and steady desensitization to fear of happiness. Amid the sessions, you figure out how to endure the nervousness activated by exposure with the assistance of unwinding systems. Cherophobia is more common in the Eastern culture. In the Western culture, happiness is regarded as one of the most important factors of a person's life. Failure to be happy is associated with a need for concern. However, no one is immune. Do you or does someone you know suffer from cherophobia?